Hello, welcome to the AAP.NET Webform and Entity Framework Learning by Example project. Today in this video, I would like to show you how to create the project structure for your website. Okay, so basically when you are creating any the webform project in the Visual Studio, so it will help you to create a project in webform. So now, in order to do the coding and manage the code quickly, so we should restructure the solution to make it work better. Okay, so now in this video, I will show you how to do it. Okay, let's get started. I will close this one first, and I will open the Visual Studio here. This one is the project solution we are using. Okay, so you can see here we have a solution VSI underscore training, and here we only have a VSI underscore training website. Okay, so now I will go ahead to create another project in this solution. I will call it either data access layer and the business logic. So the data access layer will help me to work with the database layer. So, and after that, the business logic layer will have to communicate with the data access layer. So, and the last one is the VSI training. There is a view, and or you can call it a presentation layer. So the presentation layer will working directly with the business layer. So that means instead of calling directly to the data access layer, so we will call it to the business logic, and the business logic will send the request to the data access layer. And after that, the data access layer we have to get the data from the database to return back to the view for the request. Okay, so now let's get started and flow my video here. I will go ahead to create two new projects here. The first one is data access layer. The second one is business logic. Okay. Right click on the solution. I will collapse this one. New project. And here I will select the Visual Setup. And I will select the class library. So this one should be the class library project. And after that, when we finish creating the project, we have to build it. And after that, the next one we have to do the reference between the project. Okay. So this one I will call it data asset layer. So you can call it DAL. The ASP.NET framework here. What? Sorry, not this one. I have to select the class library. This one is the legacy portable. So now I have to select the classic. Okay. Okay, it already exists. So now I will open this one. I will copy the name and delete this one. Sorry about that. My fault. Class library .NET framework. Okay, cool. And the next one is the business logic. Okay. So now I go ahead to delete the default generated class here. Class 1. class on. And now I go ahead to build the solution. Okay, build successfully. And now we have to do the add a reference between the project here. So because the business logic will get the data from the data asset layer, so that we have to add the reference for the business logic into the data asset layer. Project data asset layer. Okay. So now for the website, I will go ahead to add the reference to the business and data asset layer. For the data asset layer, no need to add reference to any project. Build it again. Cool. So now when we are doing the restructure the solution for the solution for this project, so we have to move in the model data asset model into the data asset layer here instead of keeping it in the presentation layer. Okay, so now I will open the web config and I go to the connection string and I will do the comment this one because we don't want to use it anymore. Layer design. My comment. Comment this one. Control K C. Okay, close this. And now I will go ahead to copy the name here and I will delete it. Review the solution. No issue. Okay, so now I will go ahead to create a model in the data asset layer. Create a project. Right click on the model and add new item. Select the data and ADO.NET Entity Data Model. Model VS size model. Okay. Add. Select the entity designer from database. So meaning we are using the database first. There is a connection string we have done in the previous video. So let's use it for this one. Otherwise, if you want to create a new connection, so go ahead to click on new connection and provide the server name for the SQL server. Okay, so you can get the server name here in the server name and put it here. And after that, you provide the SQL server authentication username password. And after that, select the database here. And the last one, click on the test connection. If you got the message is succeed, so that means you have just succeeded to connect into a database. Okay, here so I will use default next entity framework 6 table. For now we have only a table in the database, so select only table option. In case you have the view and store procedure here, so you go ahead to select it. it will take some time to do the generation the data model from database into the solution project. Okay, so you can see here this one is a diagram of the data model has been generated into this project. Okay, let's close this one and minimize build this one. Succeed. Okay, so the same thing here. When you finish creating the data model for the data asset layer, so it will look the same thing as we did it in the presentation layer. We have some the data context designer and some the model here. For example, this one is category model. Okay, cool. For the category, we have category ID and name. Okay. So now I will create an example for the quickly test to make sure the structure of this solution is working fine. Okay. So now I will create the data access layer to test for category feature. I will create a class in data access layer first. Class. I will name it the category DAL. Okay, cool. Using data access layer dot model publish. Public. Okay, cool. So here, before we start coding, I will take a look into the connection string. So now I will open the web config again. Let's see. And the data access layer application.config file. Okay, so the connection string here. Okay, cool. We come back later. So now for the category, I will copy a name in the application config. The name is vsi.db entity. I will I will create an instance here for this one data context db. Okay. So now I will go ahead to create a method to return the category list from database for the presentation layer. I have var category db dot category dot to list to return category. Okay. We have done the method to return the list of category for the data asset layer. And now we open the business logic. And here I will create another class. I will call it the category logic. Change it to the public method. I will be using the data asset layer using data asset layer dot model. Okay, and now I will public split category red category list. Okay, so now I will create an instance of the data asset layer here. So now I have category DAL, category DAL new. Here I have var click category dot return split category. Cool. We have just finished creating the method for data asset layer and also the business layer as well for the category. And now I will open the view in the presentation layer to getting the data and display it on the website. I will open the category in ASPX page. Okay, so here I will open the default and copy something style here. I have the div main category. Okay, display this one here. I will move this one. Okay. Main header. So now I will go ahead to open the design and I select the toolbox. We have the database data and the grid view under the data option. Just drag and drop it into the HTML page grid view. Okay, so now I will copy it to another div. I will leave it by default here. Okay, back to this one and go to property, or you can press the F4 on your keyboard. Okay, so now I will change it, do the configuration here for the grid view, and the first one is the ID. I will change it to the grid view view in name is the click category. Okay, so the next one is I have a property is auto generate column. By default it will select true, so meaning when we binding the data into the this grid view, it will automatically mapping all of the column from the return data of the data asset layer and display it on this grid view. However, if we select the auto generate column here E4, so that means it does not auto mapping any column for into this grid view. So we have to specify which column you want to be displayed on the on this grid view. So I think that option is much better. because you can control everything which one you want to be displayed on the website. So basically in the automatically mapping case, so it will have some redundant data and some the, for example, when you are displaying the data for the user profile, so we contain some the sensitive data like the password. So you don't want the password to be displayed on the website. That means you can select which column you want to be displayed on the website, so it will look better for you. Okay, cool. So now when you click on this one and we have auto format, here there are some the default theme provided by the Visual Studio, so you can go through and select which one is suitable for you. A lot of things here. I will select April object. Okay, cool. Save this one. And now I will open the edit columns. Okay, open the sequence server here. This one is the database we are using for the website. And you open the category table here. We have the category ID and the name. So now open this one and I go ahead to enter some data into this table. I have iPhone map and I have another is desktop, laptop, printer, okay, something like that. Close this one and I close its name. I will open this one again and I will okay, so I think before we do the mapping by manually, so we should uh, display the auto mapping first to see. I will back to the column auto generate column E2. Okay, cool. So now I will open the code behind of this category page. Right click on this one and select the view code. Okay. So now I'm using business. I will create an instance of the business. I have the category logic new category. Okay, so now I will create this one if not put back put back. I will write the code here. For example, I will call the method to binding the data into the grid view. Here I have a valid logic dot okay, so now I have grid view dot data source. It should be the lead category and it will dot binding data by. Okay, you here. Okay, so you can write the code, extract the code into a method. I will extract it. code mapping, outline, refactor, remove code map. Okay, so now I will change the name for this one. Read name. I will name it the by in data to read view. Apply. Okay. You can put it into this one. Cool. So now let's build the project and go to the category. No connection string name. Okay. Back to the website. Web config. So now instead of getting the connection string information from the application app.config file here, it will getting the data from the web.config. So now here I will comment up here. Comment the code here. I will back close this one and back to web config and uncomment the code here. Close this. Build it again. And now refresh this one. If no issue, it should be work. Okay, you can see here it look fine for now. We have category and name from the database had been returned and displaying on the presentation. Category name. Okay, so now I will open the Visual Studio back. Category. I will go to property, auto generated E4. So now just refresh this one. Yeah, nothing display on the website anymore. So now we have to do mapping by manually. Okay, let's do it. So now, okay, in this displaying the ID from the database into the website. So I have another dynamic template field. I will name it is the number. Instead of displaying the category ID, so I will display the how many. I mean the order of the number of the data into the database here. So now it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah 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 here. The template field, and for the data it should be, because here we have the category name, it should be hyperlink. So I will select the hyperlink field. the header text, it should be the name, category name, and the data field, text field, it should be the name, should be the same here, name. Okay, for the name, for data navigate URL field should be the ID. If you have any page to the navigation for this one, so we should select it here. Okay, so I think I will do it in another video later. However, here we have a list of the category. So in the navigate URL here, we should have a detail page. When the user click on the hyperlink of the category name, it should open the detail page. So on this page, you will see the detail of that category, all of the information, I mean. So now I have no detail page here. Leave it by default. I will, okay. Okay, back to the HTML code here. You can see the number here. We have the template field. So now, okay, here it should be item template. It should be the container. Container dot data item index. Okay, -1. If the data item index will be start from the 0, so now I want to display it from the 1, so I have to minus 1 into this item index. Okay, no need to view, refresh this one. Yeah, so now you can see here we have the number of the iPhone 1 2 3 4 5 category. Okay, so why we should display the number here? Okay, so for example, we have the data of category here, the printer category ID is 5. So if we keep the display the category ID on this website, so when we change the order of the category name here, so the printer E5 will be displayed on the top. So now in that case, if we use this item index here, so when we change the printer to the top here, it will also display the index E1 instead of the ID. The same thing here, if you keep the old way, the previous way by displaying the category here, when we have laptop displaying on the top, so it will have 4 and laptop. Next one is 1 iPhone, 2 MacBook, 3 desktop, blah blah here. It look not good, and it is not the user experience when we are cooking on the project and displaying a lot of data on the website. Okay, cool. So now you can see here we have some style sheet. Look not good for now. We should to have some padding for this table. Okay. Open the Visual Studio. Close this one. I open the style in the content. Scroll down. I have a deep main header. I will margin bottom 5 px. it look good. I think it look good for now. Okay, cool. And here when you hover into the category name, it will open it to the view detail for the ID 1, and same thing for the desktop here, laptop here. However, for now this feature it is not working, so now it will display the error message is not found, page not found here. Okay, so I will come back to work on this later. Okay, thank you for watching, and I think this is enough for today. And after you finish this video, you know how to restructure your solution. So I think when you starting any project, so before we coding, we have to meeting with the team to discuss about how to restructure the solution. And so after that, when we have a agreement between the team, so we will create the project structure. And after that, all of the member in the project will be follow this structure. So it will save the time for you guys when you are coding, or have another one to work on the same module later. And also it will be easier for you to do the maintenance when your project is bigger in the future or something like that. Okay, so I hope that video will helpful for you, and do let me know if you see any issue when you are follow this video for your project. Okay, thank you, and see you later in the next time.